breaking news alerts and the hour-by-hour forecast from the Weather Authority. This is Good Morning Cincinnati, live on Local 12.
Okay, with your hand under her neck, pinch her nose closed and carefully tilt her head back again. Give 2 more regular breaths and then pump the chest 30 more times.
A life-saving role here from the local dispatcher who helped save a 4-year-old girl from drowning, only on Local 12.
Plus, access to public records, how you can see the city of Cincinnati's files without leaving your home.
And she's already wowed the nation with her cooking skills, how she's being honored right here at home.
And that means
And good morning, everyone. We're going to get to your top stories here in just a moment.
But first, starting with a nice forecast once again.
Yeah, and the governor's got a long weekend, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice. He's
Brandon's
lucky.
here. He is. We're lucky to have Brandon, though. Brandon, how you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing great this morning. It's nice and dry. We're going to turn out to be a pretty nice day today. Starting out to the 60s, a little humid, not too bad. 60 degrees in Wilmington, although it's a little bit warmer at the International Airport. Was around 66. Just dropped to 65 within the past couple of minutes. 63 in Batavia, same out towards Lincoln. Not seeing a whole lot of fog, although there is some very light fog in just a few locations, especially near some of the rivers, typical spots. 61 degrees up in Hamilton, or Harrison, I should say. 61 also, though, in Hamilton. 60 up in Wilmington, so it's a little bit cooler up there to the north and east. Warren County is even 59 degrees. We may see a couple more upper 50s pop up before we actually hit our low temperatures in a couple hours from now. Dry on Precision Doppler 12 HD. That's just some ground clutter. We're not looking at any rainfall. We're not going to see any, even later on today. Just have some clouds moving in from the west, so you can see some of that patchy gray areas starting to move in our direction. We're already seeing some of those outside, but still going to see plenty of sunshine in between. Upper 70s by around midday. We'll be into the low 80s, which is about average for this time of year by around 5 o'clock. Still with absolutely no chance of rain. It's looking nice today, but some rain is on the way, especially by the time we get towards the weekend. We're timing that out hour by hour coming up in just a bit. Morning, Jen.
Good morning. As we take a look at our roads, we are accident-free to start your morning, and let's zoom into downtown Cincinnati. Last night they had the ramp from Liberty to 471 closed. That should be open. It was supposed to be reopened by 5, and I'm seeing people move through that area, and it looks like the construction that they had that I saw on my way in just about maybe 20 minutes ago is now out of the way. You may see a different traffic pattern, though, coming up over the weekend as they're shifting some lanes on 71 southbound going into the Lytle Tunnel. As we take a look at 7175 northbound, you're fine there as well, so we're off to a pretty good start this morning. 16 minutes to go southbound on 75 between Sharon and downtown, 17 minutes from Pfeiffer to downtown right now, and only 5 minutes to go northbound on 471 between 275 and downtown. Guys, back to you.
All right, Jen, they're the first responders that you often don't see. The voice on the other end of the phone when you call 911.
Yeah, Butler County dispatcher got a call Tuesday that could have ended in tragedy. Instead, she may have helped save a life. A mother called 911 saying that her daughter was found at the bottom of a pool in Liberty Township. Jocelyn Alexander was on the other end of the line. She's been with Butler County Communications since January. This is the first time she'd had a call like this one.
It was very nerve-wracking. I have 2 nephews, and I could only imagine what they were going through at that time, finding her in the pool, and your heart just sinks, and the only thing that you can do is try to get, the only thing that I could think of was to get CPR going as soon as possible.
Jocelyn says she wanted to be a dispatcher to help people. She graduated from college last year and had an internship in another state working in communications.
Yeah, and that little girl's okay this morning. School's only been in session for a few weeks in the tri-state, but already the number of threats is piling up. The most recent in Claremont County. We told you about this yesterday. The West Claremont School District got the call in the morning, and Glen Estee Middle School and High School had to be put on lockdown. Then the school's website received a threat, and that forced the evacuation of Amelia Middle and High Schools. They were both closed after that, and looking back on the other threats, a teen was arrested at the end of August for bringing a gun to Highland High School. The next day, a student at Northwest got into some trouble for posting a threat on Snapchat. There was another threat at Milford later that week, and then on Tuesday, a Mount Healthy student was busted for bringing a gun to school.
The city of Cincinnati is making it a priority to be as transparent as possible. The Cincinnati Police Department is taking it to another level with a new website that gives access to public records. It's called the Open Data Portal. And on that site, you can see every report taken by the police department going back to 2010. You can also sort that information by date, crime, neighborhood, or even by street. The access gives you the opportunity to not only see what's happening in the city, but on your block too.
Sometimes people don't report crime. So this is only as good as what people tell us. Right.
And that's an important point to make. So if there is something that happens in your neighborhood, you need to tell the police so we know what happened so we can respond to it.
Now, this site is not limited to police reports. You can also claim citizen claims, permits, fire department records, just name a few things. And we have a link to that site on local12.com.
The IRS in Covington says it is cutting 1,800 jobs there over the next 3 years. 1,800. The move affects employees who handle paper tax returns. The agency says it's part of a consolidation effort involving paper processing facilities that has been going on for several years. The number of people filing tax returns online grew from 58% in 2008 to 86% in 2015. A private company is stepping up to cover extra streetcar costs. Advertising vehicles will absorb any extra fees that aren't covered in the Cincinnati Bell Connector's existing budget. All 5 streetcars will run this weekend because of Oktoberfest, the Reds doubleheader, and 2 races. Only 2 streetcars are scheduled to run on a normal weekend.
5:05 now, and UC's law school got its biggest gift ever this week. Philanthropist Richard Rosenthal donated $15 million to the Ohio Innocence Project at UC. The program allows law students there to investigate possible cases of wrongful imprisonment. Rosenthal tells Local 12 he simply can't sleep knowing innocent people may be locked up.
So yes, working with kids, as Lois and I did on a number of other areas, working in a lot of other areas, yes, we get wonderful and have gotten and continue to get great rewards from those activities, but none is greater than giving people their lives back.
The $15 million donation means the Ohio Innocence Project at UC is funded forever. There will be more money for DNA testing, records, expert witnesses, and travel. In 13 years, the project has freed 24 people who served more than 450 years for crimes they did not commit. One of the nation's best young chefs is being honored by the city of Cincinnati. City Council passed a resolution recognizing 12-year-old Nadja Bray. She won $10,000 on the Food Network show Chopped Junior, as you know. She beat 3 other contestants with her appetizer, entree, and dessert. Nadja told us she started cooking to help care for her siblings who have special needs. Now she plans to use her prize money to develop a website to help other kids who are in similar circumstances.
I thought it was really interesting in hearing her story that she wanted to help not just her brothers who have autism, perhaps other children who have autism, but she wants to help older siblings who have younger siblings who have autism, who might not always get maybe the attention that they need and that kind of thing.
She's just thinking of other people all the time.
She obviously has a gift for cooking, but I think her future is somewhere else. Her heart's just too big to just be a chef. And then not to diminish being a chef, but I think that she's got big things in her future.
And she's so smart and mature. When you hear her talk, she sounds like a grown-up, neat kid. 5:07, going for miles, billions of them. The new game that's soaring on the charts and on the ground.
And a mother's t-shirt going viral. How she wants to spread her message of hope. That's next on Good Morning Cincinnati.